All right, what if I told you that the most powerful way to change your entire life was actually kind of boring? Sounds weird, right? But we're about to dive into 10 seemingly boring habits that could completely transform who you are by 2026. Okay, let's just get this out of the way right now. Your future is not built on motivation. We all have this idea that we need some huge, life altering burst of inspiration to make a change. But what if that's completely wrong? Because the real truth is, it's built on boring days done right. Think about it. Real, lasting change, it's not made in some flashy, dramatic moment. Nope. It's forged in the quiet, small, and yeah, let's just say it, boring things you do over and over and over again. So this really begs the question, where will you be in 2026? And the scary but also really empowering thing is the answer isn't being decided someday. It's being built by what you're doing right now, today. And this really gets to the heart of the motivation trap. On one side, you have what we all chase, right? The big breakthroughs going viral, that fleeting feeling of motivation. But what actually works? It's the stuff nobody sees. The small decisions, the quiet habits, that daily unsexy consistency. That's the real engine. So let's talk about the power of boring. I know, it sounds like an oxymoron, but we're going to see exactly why the simplest habits, the ones nobody would ever post about on social media, create the biggest change. And this quote just nails it. The life you'll be living in 2026 is being built right now by the small, boring things you either do every single day or keep avoiding. Every single day, you're laying another brick for that future you. Or you're leaving a hole. That choice is happening today. Okay, so what are these habits? Let's get into the first 5. We're calling these the foundational habits because they're literally the bedrock of your daily life. Get these right and everything else becomes easier. All right, number 1 sounds almost too simple. Wake up at the same time. And listen, this isn't about joining the 5 a.m. club or some crazy hustle culture thing. It's just about rhythm. Your brain loves rhythm. When you give it that consistency, your energy becomes steady, your mind feels clearer, and suddenly discipline starts to feel automatic. Next up, number 2, plan tomorrow tonight. This is a 5-minute habit that is an absolute game changer. Seriously. Before you go to bed, you just take 5 minutes to identify 3 main priorities for the next day. That's it. So you wake up with clarity, not chaos. You wake up with a mission. Okay, number 3 is the daily silent walk. And the keyword here is silent. This isn't about getting your steps in or listening to a podcast. No music, no scrolling. It's dedicated time to just let your brain be. To think, to process, to de-stress. In our world of constant noise, this is like a superpower for your mind. Number 4, eat the same simple meals. You know that feeling of, ugh, what am I going to eat? This habit eliminates it. It's all about reducing decision fatigue. Just find a few healthy meals you actually like and put them on repeat. Repetition beats perfection. It gives your body and mind one less thing to worry about. All right, number 5 is a huge mindset shift. Save before you spend. The way most people do it is they spend their money and then they try to save whatever's left over, right? The freedom path is the complete opposite. You save first, even if it's a tiny amount, and then you live on what's left. This is so powerful because you're building self-trust. You're proving to yourself that your future is a priority. Okay, so once that foundation is in place, we can move on to the next 5 habits. And these go deeper. These are the identity-shifting habits. They're not just about what you do, they're about changing who you fundamentally are, from the inside out. So number 6 might sound ridiculously small. Read just 10 pages a day. That's it. It's so small that it's hard to make an excuse not to do it, right? It's an easy win, but you will not believe the compounding effect of this tiny habit. Because think about it, 10 pages a day, that adds up to 3,650 pages in a single year. Suddenly that little boring habit doesn't seem so little, does it? And what does that actually mean? That's about 12 books a year. You become a person who reads a dozen books a year just from this tiny, consistent action. You're not just reading, you're literally upgrading your mind. Now, number 7, this might be the most important one on the entire list. Keep promises to yourself. Every single time you tell yourself you're going to do something, no matter how tiny, and you actually do it, it's like you're casting a vote for the type of person who can trust themselves. You're literally rewiring your brain to believe that you are someone who follows through. Number 8 is how you get off autopilot. It's the weekly reflection. It's super simple. Once a week, you just ask yourself what worked, what didn't work, and what needs to change next week. Doing this turns your life from something that just happens to you into something you are actively designing. All right, number 9, limit access to you. This one is so important because your environment will shape your future way more than motivation ever will. It's not about being a jerk or shutting people out. It's about protecting your time, your focus, your energy. You have to be the gatekeeper of your own attention. And finally, number 10, do one hard thing daily. Now, hard doesn't mean climbing Mount Everest. It means doing that small, uncomfortable thing you've been putting off. Sending that awkward email, starting the workout when you don't feel like it, having that tough conversation. Every time you do it, you're building your resilience muscle. Okay, so let's put it all together. How do all these small, frankly boring daily actions lead to a completely different you in 2026? Well, the journey of transformation looks something like this. It starts today with one small, boring habit. But then 6 months from now, that discipline starts to feel automatic. A year from now, you've built real, solid self-trust. And then, before you know it, it's 2026, and you look in the mirror and realize you are that future self you were aiming for, all built one boring day at a time. And here's the thing you have to remember. Nobody is going to clap for you while you build discipline. No one will notice you saving that little bit of money. This work is quiet, it's invisible. But in 2026, trust me, the results will speak way louder than any explanation ever could. So I'll leave you with this one last thought. Your 2026 self is watching you right now. They're watching the choices you make today. What are they going to see? The decision starts now.